you want to show us some stuff? What do you want to show to the audience?
Yeah. Do you want me to decide what we see first?
Yeah, well, I have a few things prepared, but which costume would you want to start with?
We can start with Jena, since that's the first one I did, and that's sort of maybe a good intro to how this all goes down.
Yeah, for sure.
If that's something people are interested in, put in the chat if you're like, I don't want to hear about the process, I want to hear about specific costumes. Otherwise, I'm going to talk about the process. But yeah, this is Jena. One of the first things you do as a costume designer is you familiarize yourself with the source material. So as I was reading through everything, I take really specific notes about the costumes everyone is wearing. And I tried to watch all of Shad's videos. Fortunately, I've been a longtime fan. And I sort of boiled down each one of the different costumes everyone was wearing that I was going to be designing into like specifically what they're wearing. So Jen is described as having like a white blouse and black slacks. And so then I went to you guys, the production team, and we talked a lot about like what your vision was. There's definitely heavy under themes of like I hate to use the word Victorian, but I'm going to use it. Victorian sort of under themes to the costumes in Shadow of the Conqueror. So we kind of pulled from that. And then I did a bunch of background research to like build the world, look at the fabrics and stuff that we were using. Look at kind of what technology they have as far as like, can you do set and sleeves? Can you do whatever? That kind of stuff. And then also looking at like, do they have access to leather and stuff? Leather's described a lot in the book. So I did that. And then I did a bunch of sketches. I did a character breakdown, a really extensive character breakdown. And then I did a bunch of sketches, which are in the back there. I did those by hand. This was the first, I didn't realize I was going to be using CAD, computer aided design originally. But then we kind of came up with this. We boiled sort of everything down from these to the design you have, and I decided to work in computer-aided design, which I had not done before. I'd done like a little bit like in college, but I hadn't done it for a while, and so I was like learning on the fly, and that was the first one we sort of finished for this crash course and beginning of design.
So I'm just going to put a pause here. I want to give you some feedback that we already have online. So we have Lord Panda that says, I love the colors. Danny C. Picard that says, wow, it looks great. Andrew O'Hara that says, looks nice. Drunken Lizard says he likes the contrast between the red, brown, and white.
Excellent.
And I'm going to throw you a little bit of a curve because I really like when you showed the design in the back. Dylan, are you able to, while I read through the comments, maybe to get us like previous sketches? That'd be awesome if we can see.
I don't have them on hand.
I mean, I can like really basically just hold this up and see if people can see it, if I can frame this correctly. You can kind of maybe-ish. Like that, those were some of the later ones, and then our earlier ones were some of these. Costume designers, generally, we are not artists. That's a general kind of misconception. So we normally work in really rough stuff so you can fill in like patterns and stuff after the fact. So you have like a rough, like, okay, let me get the texture in there. And then later you can be like, okay, that's a silk, that's a brocade, that's a whatever. So generally like this. That doesn't work so well for this particular project because I wanted people to be able to see what the costumes would look like in the world. So I went into a much more like artistic approach. But generally costumes are not done that way. They're more done like this. This is just ink, like an ink brush, or not an ink brush, an ink like calligraphy pen, and then a brush to blend it out with water.
Well, these are incredible sketches. I mean, without the design and the color, that's you're an artist just in being able to, sketch.
I probably could have declared a third major in art if I wanted to. I took a bunch of art classes in college. So
okay, I can tell you, if I do some doodles of Dalen and Jena, that's not going to be the same.